Hello everyone, I'm here today with Alice. Alice, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you, Margaret. How are you?
I'm doing well. Alice here, you're an automotive student, aren't you? At Sheffield
Hallam.
Hallam, that's it, Sheffield Hallam. So what's it like being an automotive student at university?
Um, it's interesting. I love being an automotive student because it's a bit more of a specialism than picking something like mechanical. It's much in the same way as aerospace focuses on planes,
Mm.
automotive focuses on cars. But the most frustrating thing about being an automotive is I just get asked if I'm a mechanic all the time.
Yeah,
I'm not a mechanic. I don't know one end of the car from the other half the time, but I can design the stuff that's in it.
yeah. And at uni, you get up to lots of really cool stuff. You get lots of really cool opportunities to take part in like real life automotive engineering situations, don't you?
Yes, yeah. I've been very lucky. I've been on placement. So I worked at Rolls-Royce Aerospace on placement for a year. But I've also been a part of our Formula student team. So we basically design and build a single-seater race car each year. And I joined that in my first year of university, and I have gone from like the very bottom of the team where I was just sort of designing little bits here and there, like the steering wheel, and like machining little spaces and stuff, to I actually now run the team, and there's 70 of us on it, and I sort of work on my own department, but I also have to make sure the team runs and gets to the event. So I've been very lucky to do that.
Mm-hmm. And what's it like being a girl studying engineering at university?
Um, it has its moments, I won't lie, but never enough to put me off. I'm the only girl on my course, but
Mm-hmm.
the boys have been amazing. They're lovely, and they treat me exactly the same as they treat anybody else. So I've never felt singled out for my gender. But when I go into the bigger lectures, there's other girls there. So it's not just me, because automotive, there's only ever 30 of us. So
Mm-hmm.
when you then go into the bigger lecture 200, you do see more girls. It was more bizarre when I was down with the extracurricular stuff, and I was the only girl on that for like 3 out of the 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really proud of the fact that this year I've managed to really boost the numbers, and we've gone from just me last year up to 11 girls this year. So it's like a good solid foundation now, which is much better.
Yeah, nice. So how what was the path you took going into university from school?
So I came straight from A levels. I didn't do that well in my A levels. I didn't do horrendously, but I didn't do as well as I should have done. It'd been a long 7 years. And I went through clearing. So I had two other choices of university, but they unfortunately hadn't meet their grades. So I phoned Sheffield Hallam, and they said straight away, yep, come on to the master's course. We'd love to have you. You've got more than enough UCAS points. And I moved up here 2 months later and haven't looked back. I don't want to leave. I love Sheffield.
Nice.
It's great. It's a lovely place to live.
Yeah, and that sounds amazing, because that's great to hear that you didn't do as well on your A levels, but you've still gone through this really amazing journey. You've gone to a university that you love, and you've gotten involved in so many cool things whilst you've been there.
Yeah, it's been so good, because I was so worried when I got my results that would be it. And it was literally within like 3 or 4 days, the decision was made, and it's the best decision I ever made. I truly think everything happens for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been such a lovely, friendly place. If anybody is looking at universities, I can thoroughly recommend Hallam, because it's a very hands-on university. It's not, you kind of get two sorts of engineering degrees. You get a more theoretical degree, and you get a more hands-on degree. And Hallam offers a very hands-on, practical degree, where in your first year, one of your modules is literally teaching you how to machine. So you're using milling machines, and you're using lathes, and it gives you that amazing grounding in, this is how to design a part properly so that you can make it. Because you just design things, otherwise it's got a chamfer in a funny place that you can't get to. So having that in first year was just fantastic.
Nice. So obviously this year we're celebrating our 10th year of Girls Get Set, and you took part in Girls Get Set when you were in school. So can you tell me your favorite memory of taking part in Girls Get Set?
My favorite memory is we we went to the site for the finals one day, and there was all these other girls there, and we were very used to it being other girls because it was a girls' school that we went to. But it was bizarre seeing all these other people that were interested in the same things as we were, because I was so used to being the odd one out. It was just like, oh, car makes nice noises. Like that was me growing up. So yeah, it was really strange to see all the other girls, but I found it more strange, and it's a memory that's really stuck with me, walking round the hall at lunchtime, seeing all these photos of women that had been fundamental to engineering and its progress. And I was thinking, gosh, so it's not a new thing for women to like this. It's just taking a while to catch on. And yeah, seeing all those photos and like reading the bios about these people, I just found it so interesting, and it kind of gave me the confidence to keep pursuing it. And it's really nice to see that, I would say even in the last 5 years, I've seen a difference in how many women there are in the field compared to when I started. And it's not, 5 years is not a long time. It's changing rapidly. It's been very much an exponential curve of women coming into it.
Yeah, nice. So it's great to hear that GirlsGetSET had such an impact on you and your views of STEM careers, and just inspiring you and finding about all these women that, you know, that not very many people might know about, that work in STEM areas. So who is your favorite STEM hero then, your STEM role model?
My STEM role model is she is STEM, but she's like my hero is Claire Williams, the former Williams F1 deputy team principal. Funnily enough, car person. Yeah, she's so inspiring, and what she's done and what she's been through, and where Williams managed to progress to with her at the helm is something I would love to be able to do one day. She's just, when you read about her, she's just an amazing woman. I would really like to meet her. But there are so many people I've been lucky enough to meet through university that are just amazing. It's so worth just being a bit nosy when you meet someone, just asking questions and just finding things out. Because everyone's got a story. So it's interesting to talk to people.
And you're definitely someone that has a great story as well. And I'm sure you'll definitely get that.
Thank you.
So what advice would you give young people that are looking at STEM careers or considering STEM careers, or maybe they don't know what kind of STEM careers are out there? What advice would you give them?
My advice to people that don't perhaps know what STEM career they would like is to speak to people. Whether you know engineers or not, it's when you go to a university open day or a virtual open day as we're doing at the moment, speak to people. People have done these courses, and like, I can offer an opinion as an automotive, but I can also say, but I know people that have done mechanical, and I know people that have done aerospace. So speaking to people gives you that chance to offer a bit of an insight. And I can say, okay, you're sort of interested in this, but you might be more interested in that. But then you also get a very different opinion if you speak to an older person. So the more people you talk to and connect with on LinkedIn and kind of different things like that, the more you know, it's better. So I'd say, as a second part to your question, advice to my younger self is ask questions. No, the only stupid question is the one you don't ask, is like a motto I live by now. And I think if I hadn't been so scared of asking questions, it might have changed my A-level results, because I just backed myself into a hole where I didn't know the answer and I didn't want to ask because I felt silly. And I've now learned, and it's revolutionized my degree. It's completely, like, I'm going to come out hopefully with the first, because I've learned to ask questions, and I'm not scared of sending that email to say, what do I need to do? And now, asking all those questions has stopped me making those silly mistakes, because there is no silly question. Like, you just need to be confident in asking questions, and people are always willing to help. It's, someone might be busy, but if someone's busy, someone else will be able to help you.
Amazing. Thank you for that, Alice. Okay, one last question to finish us off then, and this is a fun question. What is, or what would be, your favorite holiday destination?
My favorite holiday destination is Cornwall. I can't wait to go back. My granddad lived down there for years and years and years, so we used to go an awful lot. And now for sort of the last 7 years, I think I've only been twice. So I've gone from being down there all the time to not at all, and I miss it so much. But it's like 6 hours from Sheffield, so it has to be a bit more planned than it used to be.
Yeah, nice, great choice. Well, thank you, Alice, for sharing your story. And thank you everyone for watching as well. We hope that you'll stick around and check out all our other videos that we have. So see you guys next time.